60, she's a Broadway star that always seems to have a job on the Great White Way, like her current role in Waitress. And now she also has a new album out. Tony Award-winning singer, songwriter, and actress NaTasha Yvette Williams, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Always great to have you here.
Yes, yes.
Now, first, we're going to get to the album, but we have to talk about your role in Waitress. Excuse me.
That is a tongue twister.
Yes. We have to talk about your role in Waitress because everybody's been talking about it. It's getting great reviews.
Yes.
And you play Becky. Wait, are you Becky with good hair?
I'm Becky with the good hair.
All right. Don't let Beyonce find out.
This is good hair. Yeah, I play Becky, and I am the head waitress's best friend, sort of the comic relief, the voice of reason. I'm the voice of wisdom in the show, and I'm having a great time.
So tell us a little bit more about the play and the plot lines to it.
Waitress is a story, without giving too much away, is about Jenna, who is a waitress in our show. She finds out that she's pregnant, and she's in an unhappy marriage, and she starts making some changes through my insistence.
All right.
Some of those things aren't necessarily right or legal, but she makes some changes, and it's for the better. It is a story about coming into your own, taking care of yourself, making decisions that will ultimately be better for you, even if they're not the easiest decisions to make. So Waitress is a story about life and womanhood, and there's some mother themes in it, and it's from an all women creative team.
Wow.
Our director, our choreographer, our composer, all of our women.
Now, since you're like the voice of reason in the play,
yes, that's my own definition now.
Right, the voice, right, the voice of reason.
Yes.
Are you like that in real life? I know you have two kids, and sometimes you twins. You have to kind of act like the voice of reason for them too, right?
I kind of am. It's a little bit of typecasting, I guess.
Right.
A bit of typecasting. Except for the affair part, I kind of have an affair too, but except for that part.
Whoa, excuse me.
I gave that away.
Ooh, okay. Spoiler alert, ladies and gentlemen, dropping bombs. Okay. So in this play, I know a lot of people talked about, especially when it first opened, they would always walk past and smell pies, and it would just smell so good. Is it true that they have like 30 pies that they have on set for this?
We do have some pies on set. Some of them are real and some of them are not real. But in the lobby, and the audience can always buy fresh pies. They have they're little bitty cups of pie.
Oh, okay.
Different kinds. Key lime is my favorite. They have salted caramel and apple and strawberry, different blueberry pies, all in a little cup that you can take home in a souvenir glass.
Wow, that's worth going for just that alone.
And the lobby smells exquisite.
That's why, because I'm walking past the lobby and that's where the smells come out. That makes sense now.
It does.
Okay.
It does.
So how is this role, would you think, different from other roles you've played?
This role is fun. Not that the other ones haven't been fun. Sophia in Color Purple was definitely fun. Mama Mortran, which was right before this in Chicago, was a little more grown up and centered, and kind of responsible. She was a little bit of a crook, but she was responsible. Becky is fun. And she is the voice that allows us to be human and also to take care of ourselves. A lot of times as adults we make decisions either for our kids or for our other mate or for other people, or as women we make decisions for other people. And Becky steps out and says, no, right now I'm going to take care of me. I'm going to be good to myself and for as long as I want to be, and then when I get tired of this, I'm fine to stop. So this role has been the most fun that I've had on stage.
I like that.
And it's a little bit of an escape in that I don't have to do things right. I just have to do what I feel at the moment, and I'll worry about everything else afterwards.
And you mentioned a few of the other plays, Chicago, Color Purple, of course, Waitress.
A Night with Janis Joplin, that was a fun one on Broadway.
The list goes on.
Yes, it does.
How are you able to, well, at least it seems like you always have a job on Broadway. How are you able to do that, especially right now when women of color and people of color in general are finding it hard to find jobs on Broadway?
I have I don't know exactly, other than God. There's no other way for it. And certainly I've had times of unemployment and beating that pavement and wondering when the next job was going to come. But I've never had a time when I was worried about it, even if I was down. There's been a time when I had 37 cents, to my name. But everybody thinks I work all the time. And I kind of do. But it's just, it's just God and being in the right place at the right time. Yes, I work a lot, but I've also lost a lot of jobs. You know, just last week, I thought I was going to be going into something else or doing something while simultaneously with Waitress, and that didn't work out.
Wow.
So I'm just at a point now where I just trust that whatever I'm supposed to have, I'm going to have.
How do you
walk
balance
in that.
your life with that, though? Because if you know you're doing good, everything's good, and then at some point you don't have a job and you're like looking until you get the next one. How do you balance your life and your family with that type of instability?
I have a lot of help and more faith than I have anything else. So that when just today, I started a new babysitter today because I was having a babysitter that wasn't quite working with my lifestyle and with the schedule. My husband and I both have demanding schedules. So I have a lot of help. I have a lot of, like I said, faith. I'm faith and believe that, you know, everything's going to work out, and that I balance. I wake my kids up in the morning and I take them to school, and then I might not see them till the next morning. Some nights it's bad. I don't put them to bed as often as I'd like to do. So it's just about figuring out how to take care of myself, how to take care of everything that the household requires, and working until I can be there most nights.
Well, diverse streams of income definitely helps, and you're working on a movie.
Yes.
Do tell. Last time you were on this show, you were thinking of, it's an idea I have.
Write it.
But you've gone further than that. Tell us
written,
more.
And I have a producer now as well, and we're gonna. I'm submitting the budget this month, and we'll talk about locations and trying to get it started. The movie is inspired by the 3 women that played baseball in the Negro Leagues with the men. There were 3 women: Mamie Peanut Johnson, Toni Stone, and Connie Morgan. And it's a historical fiction movie about what it must have been like to rise in the ranks of baseball in the Negro Leagues during a time when the major leagues had been integrated. It's also a simultaneous story about the fall, I guess, of black businesses during the particular time, because when the Negro Leagues were thriving, black entrepreneurs in the area all benefited because we could not go to white establishments or anywhere else, so we supported each other, and the businesses felt the blessing of that. And then when Jackie Robinson and baseball was integrated, most black people began to branch out and do other things and not support the black-owned businesses that were in the areas of these particular games. So the decline of businesses began in that era. So it's about Mamie's rise and the decline of business and how they intertwine and intersect.
That sounds amazing. I am ready for it right now. Maybe you'll be able to sing some of your own music in the movie, because this is fantastic.
Now
For My Mother.
Yes, For My Mother.
Newest album comes out April 13th.
April 13th.
What can we expect?
This album is actually a compilation of Broadway tunes and show tunes. And some are from Broadway shows, and some are from musicals that I never made it to Broadway or never made it into a show. One of my favorite songs is called Where Are the Sounds? And it was one of my mother's favorite songs. All of the songs have to do with songs. My mother passed in November, and so I was working on this album. I was talking, hey, tell me what to sing, blah, 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 all this kind of stuff. So some of these songs are shows she took me to as a child, songs we went to see, shows we went to see together, so shows she told me or loved. So it's got songs from Showboat, and it's got songs from The Wiz, and it's got songs from a couple of new shows. But my favorite song is Where Are the Sounds? And I think about that now because it is about a mother who's asking that about a child who is sick. She's from a show called Lizanne, and the child was bothering the mother. She's like, go outside, you're on my way, you go outside. And the child goes outside to a rally and is shot and is in a coma. I know it's terrible. It sounds terrible.
Right.
She's in a coma, and so the mother's at her bedside singing this song, Where Are Your Sounds? I thought that were a nuisance, but I'd give anything to hear these sounds. And I feel that way. Not that I ever thought my mother was a nuisance, but where are her sounds? So that song for me resonates deeply, and this whole album does, because it is about the joy that she gave me of art. You know, the theater and the music from these shows bonded us together, and so it's just a compilation of that.
Yeah, well, I know it's a beautiful tribute to your mother. She would be definitely proud of that. And you have prepared a song to sing for us today.
I'm singing a song from Waitress, actually. This is Becky's song, and it is in response to the judgment I get back from Jenna.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to let you go prepare. So you go off and get ready to sing that song. And when we return, we're going to have more from NaTasha Yvette Williams. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. It's NaTasha Yvette Williams. Take it away.
Thank you. Thank you. Go ahead, throw your rocks at me from your little glass house and then take off running. You know better than me. We've both made mistakes, haven't we? I won't undo what I'm doing to sit in judgment of what makes us human. I don't claim to be proud, but my head won't be hung in shame. I didn't plan it, but the light turned red and I ran it, and I'm still standing. It's not what I wanted, but now that it's right here, I understand it. A story written by my own hand. It's life biting right at your heels. I didn't plan it, but it's finally something to feel. Oh, look around you. Ain't no saints here, baby. We're all just looking for a little less crazy. And sometimes it's a hard left turn down a road you never thought you'd see. I didn't plan it, taking back what's been taken for granted, and I can't stand it. I'm sick of the way I've been waiting to break free. I needed saving, and a good mistake needed making. Maybe you need the same thing, something to feel, to race through your blood and remind